Lips on the vine, falling so strong, like that.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I need to figure out like a catchy ass intro so that I could progress my channel more. But as y'all can tell by the title, you already know what the fuck going on. I got a nice little story for you guys today, so let's get straight into it. So basically, in high school, I went through multiple phases. I started off as like the typical jock asshole athlete kid who was just really just a shitty person, just mean to everyone, just thought I was better than everyone because I played football, this and that. I had a badass hoe, so I really just thought I was the shit. Then I went into a menace phase, like where I was just a straight menace. I was just going crazy, and then I went into like an emo wannabe gangster phase. And then I went into just straight downhill. I went just straight downhill. Then I went into like a completely numb phase, like where I just had no emotion. Like I just didn't give a fuck about anything really. And then I went to like a spiritual guru where I just self-love, like just focused on myself and like tried to be better person basically. And then yeah, so basically, as you could tell, I have a mind of like one of a kind mind, and we'll go further into those other phases and different story times and videos as y'all get to know me, because I got tons of stories. Like I did some crazy shit in high school, I ain't gonna lie. But today we're gonna be in that I don't really give a fuck about nothing phase. Now, this was towards the end of sophomore year, and I had been drinking pretty often, like every weekend, and I was smoking religiously, like it was my job to smoke. That's how much I was smoking. And the reason I did this was because my parents were going through a divorce, and my brother had been gone to college for a while, so I didn't really have anyone to tell me what to do. And when someone did tell me to do, like a teacher or someone of like higher power, I guess I would say, I basically told him to fuck off, like suck my dick type shit. Like I took shit from nobody, and my parents told me what to do. Like I've always been someone who's like could talk my way in and out of everything. So I was super manipulative when I was younger, and especially since they were going through a divorce, it was easy to manipulate the shit out of them. And I'd say for like 2.5 years of high school, I lived like really not giving a fuck. Like I was completely numb. Like even to this day, I struggle with really caring about certain shit and like towards like certain things. The only difference is that I used to have like zero fear of the consequences. So anyways, I just got back to the school I got expelled from, and I was starting to like love confrontation. I love stealing. I like love living like a thug, and I was on the verge of that emo wannabe gangster, but I wasn't quite there yet. And I just bought me a new Glocky, straight scrapped up. And I had never even shot this shit before. I had never messed with it. I always just kept it hella low key because I never really wanted people knowing I had that shit, just in case the time came and push came to shove, that I was like on go. But in my mind, I knew I was too pussy to ever like even fucking use that shit. Like, but at least sober I was, because like I still cared a little bit about my future. But one day there was this party, and I was with all the homies, Bram, Cole, Chris, and we went to go link at some kid named Tom's house, and we went to go meet my cousin, and shit was kicking smooth. I was getting drank in my body. I was talking to some hoes, and I had a girlfriend, I think, but that didn't usually in my life. That didn't really matter. Like I was basically just numbing my body more and more to get lit. But then I was starting to fiend smoke, like to smoke some weed. And so I'm asking around, like, hey, anyone got some kush, this and that? And this random Oompa Loompa Shaggy looking, it was like a fat Shaggy. If Shaggy was fat, it comes out the shadows like the Dark Knight, and was like, I got dabs. Now I'd smoked hella weed, like I just smoked tree and carts and shit like that, but I had no clue what the fuck mans was talking about. So I was like, the fuck is that? And this man looked me dead in my eyes, and he just said, some shit that'll make you touch the sky, my boo. So we go out back, bruh, and my man pulls out a crack pipe, looking at it like a crack pipe, or they call them road runners. They're like nectar collectors. That's what they call them. And I ain't never seen this shit before. I'm like, this man, like, what the fuck? And then he pulls out a fucking torch, And I'm just sitting there like, what in the fuck is this man about to do right now? And I'm like, I'm gonna get laced up in this bitch with some PCP on God. I'm about to get laced. This motherfucker starts lighting that shit on fire. Puts the John to the wax and just goes, suck on this shit. Pause. But keep in my mind, I know all this motherfucker. Like, I mean, keep in mind, I don't know this motherfucker at all. I ain't never seen this shit before. I like I dead ass thought I was about to get laced. So what did I do? I started sucking the fuck out that shit. Pause again. And ladies and gentlemen, don't be like me. Just don't. Like, this easily could have been some random trying to drug me. But anyways, that shit hit me so quick, bro. I felt like I could breathe fucking fire, man. My fucking lungs were hot. I felt like the fucking dragon warrior in this bitch. And then, bro, that crossfade hit, and it was like, I was out of here, bro. I felt absolutely nothing, bro. I was just stuck, bro. Bro, I was just vibing for a bit, bro. Just listening to music, just doing normal faded motherfucker shit. Like, I was just gone. Like when the weed hits, bro, like for me in the past, like that shit would just change me. Like it literally would make me just like feel absolutely nothing. Like no nothing. Like numb, literal numbness. And everyone was vibing for the most part until like we was all just chilling, talking to girls, doing our thing. And then this kid just walks up to my homie and was like, let's go bodies. Like, if you don't know what bodies is, that's like where you are body boxing. It's boxing with body shots. If you don't know what that is, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Body boxing. Put two and two together, I guess. And my homie was like, nah, fuck that. I'd rather just fight. And the kid wasn't about that shit. Like, he was like, nah, I ain't trying to fight, like, type shit. And, like, my homie was like, whatever. Like, it wasn't shit for a while. And I had no concept of time, but it had to be, like, 30 minutes to an hour maybe. And this homie comes back, or the kid that was trying to fight my friend comes back with two cholos. Like, I'm talking about, like, I thought I was Mexican. Like, these motherfuckers' father is Senor Tapatio himself. Like, they were some high sock Cortez wearing ass cholos. And, like, one of the motherfuckers was big, man. And all of a sudden, this kid gets, like, all these fucking attribute boosts. Like, he's been fucking grinding my career. He had Ronnie up for the Gatorades, and he got his batches up. He had a morale boost of God. He had all this confidence. And my homie's off the dabs too, so he's like slump type shit. And this motherfucker like basically wakes up my homie's like, nah, I'm down to get it. I'm down to fight. And my homie's like, bruh, nah, fuck that shit. Like, da-da-da. And they're just going back and forth, like, just talking shit. And he's like, nah, let's get it. Nah, let's get it, homie. And, like, just talking. And the two cholos are just standing there, not saying shit. And then out of nowhere, one of the motherfuckers just goes, let's take it outside, homie. And in my mind, like, this is all going on in the living room. I'm in the kitchen, like, behind all of them. And I'm just evaluating this shit, like, straight looking like young boy. I'm just staring into everyone's soul, like, and, like, they don't even know I got the 9 milli Rocky about to fucking on go. Like, I got the 9 milli about to rock on their block. Like, they don't even know that shit. And, like, at this point, like, my mind is like, this is my chance to prove that I'm about this shit. Like, that's how I used to think like an idiot. Like, bro, I'm from Mesa. I'm not from, like, no poverty type shit. But, like, my mind used to be so fucking stupid. Like, I wanted to be hard so bad. Like, I wanted to be him so bad.
You are not him. You are not him.
This is my chance. Like, that's how my mind thought. Because I was so numb. Like, I just stopped giving a fuck about everything. And, like, I'm like, just start staring into this cholo's fucking eyes, and like I'm waiting for him to make a move, and I'm like, let's take it outside then, like, let's take it outside. But I didn't say nothing yet, so they're all confrontating. My homie Bram looks at me, because I'm usually the one to get up and start fighting. Like, I'm the one that, like, I got expelled from school because, like, I'm always throwing the first hit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm usually always on go. My homie Bram's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this is your shit. This is usually what you do. Like, what you doing? And I'm like, I just look at him after saying nothing for like 5 minutes. I'm like, let's take it outside. Let's take it outside. And I just kept repeating that shit. And like I was just on go. I was ready for this fucking this fucking cholo to make a move. And then out of nowhere, he just tells his brother, hit that motherfucker. So the fat motherfucker throws a punch at my homie. My homie dodges it. Bow, front kick to the chest. Fucking gets up. Hits him with a 3-piece. And then fucking gets a takedown. And then like shit gets all corroborated for a while. The homie's brother of my friend that was beating the kid's ass, his brother didn't end up doing shit. He was just standing there. Probably scared of fucking Bram's big ass, to be honest. But basically, the kid just got his ass beat for no reason. And after that, he was like, I'm sorry, this and that. I'm just drunk. And like when all was said and done, my homies just walked up to me and they were like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like you ain't gonna help us? And I just pull out the 9. I'm like, bro, I had us, don't even trip. And like they could see it in my eyes that I just didn't give a fuck. Like I was like, bro, I always got us, don't ever worry. Like I was just fucked up, bro. And there's so much shit. Like I got so much shit where like it could have gone so much worse, but I got bailed out. Like I used to just have a shitty mind, and like I just used to have a terrible way of thinking things, and it got me into a lot of shit, and like it ruined my life in a lot of ways. But it also made me better in a lot of ways. And it made me like, I'm just so thankful that shit didn't go worse than it could have. I could easily be in jail. I know that this video is a little clickbaity. It's like but like there's a lot of other situations. I got a lot of other stories where it's like I really could be in so much trouble and I'm not. Like I got bailed out pretty bad. And I just like, shit's fucking crazy, man. But my homies fucking looked at me. They're like, damn, this shit is wild. But this is going to be my final like theme, or like, it's my final message really, because I've been trying to like relay it throughout the whole video, but I might have not explained it clear enough to have everyone fuck with the vision. As I said in my first video, bro, like I make the funny videos and shit like that so I could get the likes and for followers and people to like me, but I make shit like this and videos like this for love. Like I want people to love me. Like that's the fan base I want. Like I said, like people like these artists and this and that, but like people loved X, people love Juice because they made you feel right. And like that's who I want to be. I want people to know I've been in these places that a lot of the youth have been in as well, like these dark holes, and we look at these things that are funny and it draws our mind off of it and we like it, but then we listen to some shit that like we actually fuck with and we love it because that's what makes us feel. It feels good knowing there's other people out there like you. And I've been in that hole as well, like where shit's been tough and like I didn't know how I was gonna make it out, and I felt like nothing mattered. I literally felt like nothing mattered. And that's why I made my channels, to show people like you can get out and reach for the stars type shit. Like you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like you don't have to listen to nobody. Like you just got to take care of yourself. So like I'm going to post more videos of crazy stories and like shit that I went through, like shit that brought me down and put me in the dirt, and how I rose above that shit and became who I am today. So like I just want people to know that they're not alone. That's why I made this channel, so that I can get a fan base that feels something. I want my videos to make people feel something other than just laughter. You feel me? I don't want to just distract people. I want to embetter people. I want to change the world, not with just money. I want to change it with the emotional growth type shit. But yeah, man, anyways, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll be streaming here soon. I'll post a streaming schedule on Sunday. I'll have another best moments video drop. That shit's gonna be funny. Leave a comment. If you fucking hated the video, leave a comment. If you liked it, leave a comment. Just want to know what you guys are thinking, how the editing was, if you thought it was good, funny, or whatever. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Have a good one, man.